Caddershill Lyng was the venue for the second round of the British 500 Open Class Championship, with Jeremy Whatley, the on-form leader of the series after an overall win at Canada Heights. British #1 Kurt Nicol was sweeping all the opposition aside in the French internationals, and providing he didn't repeat his poor gating performance from Canada Heights, surely he would be the man who was the greatest threat. But the man they really had to watch was #7, Jamie Dobb. After winning 3 races out of 3 here last year on the 250, he really was the guy they had to look out for. The new format of qualification worked well all day with full lineups, but the first race got underway. Gate dropped. 40 riders, bar 1 or 2, had fallen from the gate, came into that first chicane. It was Whatley, #10, who led. Stuart Coyle was there, Thorpe was there, Malin was there, and so was young Jason Smythe. Also young James Marsh, the Lyndhurst rider. He was in there in about 2nd place off the gate. But it's the Action Workshop man, Jeremy Whatley, on the 500 there in 1st place. Thorpe following in 2nd. Then it was Smythe, then it was Coyle. This is how it stayed for the first couple of opening laps. Whatley leading. Thorpe staying there comfortably in 2nd position. And coming on strong now behind Thorpe was the 250 Yamaha youngster, Jamie Dobb. The question was on our lips now, could Dobb catch Thorpe? The battle for 4th and 5th between young Jason Smythe and, of course, Stuart Coyle, the Welshman. And Coyle finding that little bit of extra bite out of the corner, passes Smythe, pulls away but very nearly loses the back end and pitches himself off the bike. But he hangs on. Whatley establishing himself at the front. First year out on the 500s for some time now for Jeremy Whatley, and already proving to be something to contend with. Thorpe and Dobby looking for a way around, and he's found it through the chicane, a straight line pass. The 250, Thorpe comes back at him. And the former world champion and British champion do anything about this flying 250 Yamaha? Not so far. Dobb puts the power on, leaves Thorpe behind, so Dobb to 2nd, Thorpe down to 3rd. And here's Dobb in 2nd place. And what did we see? There's Whatley. Whatley with the stop machine. He's got it started after the 2nd kick. He's only dropped 1 place to Dobb, but Thorpe there lurking in 3rd, so Whatley will have to look out. Dobb down the hill. And there goes Whatley. Thorpe somewhere behind him. There it is. Dropping back now off Whatley. So Jeremy Whatley looking fairly safe there with his 2nd position at the moment. Nicol now chasing after Paul Malin, so we could see a change here before the end of the race. The current British champion, he's found a way through, so that's Nicol up a place. And now set his sights on Thorpe, that's directly in front of him with the 1 lap board up. So there goes the leader, already gone through, Whatley in 2nd, and now it's Nicol on the back door of Thorpe's Kawasaki. He's beginning to push from one side to another. Nicol riding with a rear wheel puncher. That should affect the handling of the KTM, but the outcome yet still to be decided. Race leader, #7. Jimmy Dobb takes the checkered flag. We look back for 2nd place man. There he is, #10, Jeremy Whatley. Now who's 3rd? It was indeed #1. He found a way through. So 1st, 2nd, 3rd then for Kurt Nicol, 4th then for David Thorpe. And he's comfortable there. 5th place it was for Paul Malin, and Jason Smythe and Jason Higgs, the youngster, scoring a 9th and a 12th place, their first British Championship points. Well, the Norwich Vikings Club, under the leadership of Darius Slaughter, graded the start area before the start of the 2nd race. And as the ball goes up, the gate we wait to drop. And it does. It falls off the start, and race 2, into the corner they go. And it's #8, it's Brian Wheeler, another one of the KTM riders, has got the whole shot. Wheeler on the Sprite, Alloys KTM. A couple of fallers, one of those being Lee Morrison and Neil Prince there, 37, the Cambrian Tyres Honda rider. He gets away last in the pack. So Wheeler and Whatley dicing it. It's Whatley that's got it now. Wheeler still there in 2nd, and there's Nicol, the British Championship 3rd. So it's Kawasaki first, with KTM second and third. Well, this really does belay the name that Kurt Nicholl has always had. Careful Kurt, he really is going out to retain his British Championship yet again for the third year in a row. 29, Greg Hansen that is. Hansen had a few tumbles during the 3 races. Made a statement at the end of the day thinking that Sandy's for kids to play in and that's where they should stay. Herring, number 3. Beginning to get to grips with the 500 Honda there. There's Thorpe and Edwards, and there's Anstey as well. And the youngster Paul Cooper, first season here on British soil on the Mike Carter Husqvarna. Well, eventually it was a win for number 1, the British champion Kurt Nicholl. Hard fought for second place, Jeremy Watley. David Thorpe held on to 4th with Robbie Herring finishing 1 in front in 3rd place. But the KTM duo of Wheeler and Banks back there in 4th and 5th. Well, this was race 3. 5-second board turns, the gate will drop, and 40 crazed riders will make for that first corner. Who's it going to be? Well, Watley was there. But it could well have been Nicholl on the outside. Indeed it was Kurt Nicholl that got the whole shot. And look at Dobb, way down the back of the pack. He really has a lot to do if he wants to pick up some good points. Nicholl that leads, the British 500cc champion. The current leader right behind him, Jeremy Watley, as the rest of the pack stream through. Nicholl leading. Lyng here in Norfolk, the circuit run and owned by the Norwich Vikings club. And of course Dennis Slaughter being the man at the helm of the ship, as they say. Watley still hanging on there to second. If he finishes in this position, that'll be a hat-trick of seconds for Watley today. Herring, number 3. Getting to grips with the power of that 500. And there's Dobb. He's charging hard. The question is, how far can he charge before the checkered flag? The leader up the hill for the last time. Nicholl, as the onlookers look back for second place man number 10, Jeremy Watley.
Down the hill he comes.
And the British Championship Kurt Nicholl, winner of race 3, past the checkered flag. Look back for second place man, and there he is, number 10, Jeremy Watley, still leading the British Championship after today. And in a fine 3rd place on the Honda number 3, it was Robbie Herring.
Nice round of applause for him. Better late than never, ladies and gentlemen. What kept you? I was having a cup of tea. It's that hole. I'll tell you what, you come and stand up the front while I nick your cup of tea. Jem, the winning combination has gone out the window this afternoon a little bit. Any reasons?
Not really. Curve right there on me today. It's super quick around this track and strong. I've had a hell of a weekend. I didn't tell you that's what the...
Yeah, well, oh, blimey.
One there. I've had... so to get through today with just like a place of second, I'm really happy.
3rd place overall. Nice welcome, please, for Honda's Rob Herring. And this time we got a real turkey in the bag. 2nd place overall, Action Workshops, Kawasaki, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Watley. And a bit of light entertainment for him as well. A nice welcome please from New Essex, riding KTM for KTM Austria, ladies and gentlemen, Kurt Nicholl.
Congratulations, Kurt Nicholl. You must be very happy.
Yeah, today went obviously much better than it did 2 weeks ago at Canada Heights or 3 weeks ago. Pulled a few points back on Jeremy, but I'm still behind. But at this stage of the season, I'm just happy that I'm riding so well.
and now we are really on the doorstep of the World 500 Championship. You must be feeling confident.
I am very confident. I've been riding very well every race I've ridden this year, possibly with the exception of Canada Heights where things didn't go for me. But we start the racing in Podium, follow that up by going to Sittendorf, Switzerland and Austria, and they're two very good tracks for me, and if I can get off to a good start at those two races, I think it's going to be a very good year.
A good start in the World Championship is critical, isn't it? Because later in the year you can't pull back what you lose in the beginning.
No, and psychologically it's very important. But the last 2 years we've started off with a sand race in Holland, and there's been guys like Dirk Gurkes and Jackie Martins and people that get a good result in the sand, and it pumps you up, and then they get going good on the hard tracks as well, whereas the years that we've started on hard tracks like Podium and Sittendorf, then when we come to the sand tracks it's us that are pumped up and we can beat them on the sand track, so it's quite important.
Well, congratulations for today, a superb day's racing for you, excellent results, and we'll be looking forward to the World Championship.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Kurt Nicol.
During the presentation, Jeremy Watley was referring to his hand that had been bitten by his dog.